Hey guys, what's up? Back here with another video, and these games over here are for another time, but I got a lot of cool stuff to show you today. And first, we'll start with some Sega Saturn pickups. It's been about a year now since I got my Sega Saturn, and finally picked up a few games that I've been looking for a really long time. Here we got the Game Tengoku, or the Game Paradise, and it's a pretty cool shoot 'em up by Jaleco. Not one of my favorites, but it's worth picking up. This is the limited edition. Comes with a VHS tape. I don't know what it is, if it's anime or if it's a super play, but it's pretty cool to have. I picked this one up real cheap, about 30 bucks. Next, the game I've been looking for the longest time. Finally picked it up at a decent deal, and that's Hyper Duel. And this is such a great shoot 'em up. I can't say enough good things about it. The price has skyrocketed lately. It's at least like $170, $180. Most of them on eBay sell for about $200. No spine card, but the game is really awesome. I don't know if it's actually worth $100+ that you pay for it, but it has a lot of replayability, and the Sega Saturn mode is even better than the arcade mode from what I think. Next up, custom built arcade stick over here, and shout out to Mr. Oreo 76 who made this stick. Originally the Sega Saturn Virtua stick, and he modded it all with Sanwa buttons and Sanwa joystick, and put this Battle Grega artwork on it. Looks really nice, and you can't tell from the video, but there's even scan lines on this thing. It's probably my favorite stick, and once again I say that every freaking time, but can't go wrong with Sanwa buttons, and the stick makes playing the Sega Saturn just that much better. Let's see, move to the Sega Dreamcast. Usually don't pick up but since I have most of them already. But I picked up this arcade stick I found on the Shmups forums. This guy was selling it for 65 bucks, so I picked it up. It's the Dreamcast Twin Stick Blaze, it's called. This is the mini version. There's actually a full-size panel version, which is even a little harder to find. I'm not sure how rare this thing is. The joysticks aren't great, they're really loose, but otherwise it's a pretty good stick. It has a rumble feature, a place to put your VMUs. 2 players at the same time. It has 2 separate plugs. You plug them into each individual slot. And it's pretty cool to have. Also, NG Dev Team re-released all their games with the release of Gunlord. You can pick them up all together for a pretty good price. And this is the first game they released, Last Hope, Pink Bullets. Great horizontal shoot 'em up. Haven't put too much time into this game, but this other one I have, and it is Fast Striker. This is an awesome game with really great music and has a techno theme. Really great game. And NG Dev Team's final release, which I haven't even played yet because I've been busy with work, it's a Gunlord. I've watched a lot of videos on it, and it looks really cool. And it looks like it has some awesome music and old school Metroid or Super Turrican type gameplay. So yeah. Looking forward to playing that one. And also, yeah, the one who made this stick also actually sent me this PC Engine game for free. Haven't had a chance to play it yet, but it's a shoot 'em up, and I think Future Matt has it featured on one of his videos. So looking forward to playing that. And once again, thank you, Mr. Oreo, Uncle Ori. Made this awesome stick, and the channel is really awesome. I'll put a link to it down below, and I hope he gets a lot more subs because he deserves it. Make some room over here. Picked up a couple of SNES shmups. We got R-Type 3, Jaleco, another Jaleco game, and Axelay over here, which is my favorite shoot 'em up I think for the Super Nintendo. It's a really great game. That one actually came in a bigger box. It's right there. Let's see. Picked up just a couple games for the PS2. This one, you'd expect it to be a really awesome game. It was made by Treasure and was ported over to the USA by Working Designs, our good friends. But sadly, it's a pretty mediocre game from what I played, and I guess it's worth having. You can get it real cheap, but not my favorite game. Also picked up Gradius 3 and 4, which has the arcade version of Gradius 3, and I guess the only release of Gradius 4 outside the arcade. Gradius 3 is ridiculously hard, a lot harder than the Super Nintendo version, and Gradius 4 has some nice 3D graphics and cool effects, but I like Gradius 3 a lot more. Recently I picked up a Japanese 360 as well, so I picked up some of the non-region free games here. All shoot 'em ups. We got Ketsui, which is a really great game, similar to Dodonpachi. This one's an American release actually. I don't know if I ever showed it, but I got this on release day. Katana. Was really looking forward to it and didn't disappoint at all. It's another awesome horizontal shooter by Cave. Next up we have Dodonpachi. I think this one's Daifukatsu Black Label, and it's the same as the PAL release that was released, Dodonpachi Resurrection. Another great game by Cave. Here's another Dodonpachi game. This one's called Blissful Death in English. Yeah, forgot the name in Japan. Maybe it was Daifukatsu. Mixing them up, but not the best port. The PS2 version I have is actually much better from what I read. I didn't spend too much time with the 360 version, but it's also cool to have. It all came bundled with the Japanese 360. We got Mushihime Sama, the original, re-released on the 360 with really nice graphics and different soundtracks. There's an arrange, and there's a soundtrack that comes with the DLC too for version 1.5. which was released a lot later than the actual game. It's definitely, I think this is my favorite 360 shoot 'em up. The artwork is real nice. There's also a limited edition for the game, but didn't get that. Here we got one of the older 360 shoot 'em up releases by Cute, I think you pronounce it, and they're actually releasing a new shoot 'em up pretty soon, which I'm really looking forward to. This game was re-released, as you can see here, the Wonder Price version. You could get it on Play Asia for like 35 or 40 bucks. And it's a really awesome remake of Judgment Silver Sword, I think it's called. And that actually comes with the original games too. And it's a lot of fun, has a lot of replay value. Another Cave release here, Deathsmiles 2. I already had this on the Xbox Live Arcade on my American Xbox, but this also came bundled with it. Not a big fan of Deathsmiles 2. I like the first one a lot better. This one they changed everything to 3D, added some mini games and stuff, but not my favorite game. A couple of PS1 games I picked up here. In the Hunt, which I had for the Sega Saturn already, but this version is much better. It's actually playable. It doesn't drop to 2 frames per second. I got this for like $7 at a retro video game store. And the re-release or greatest hits of Strikers 1945 2. Typical Psycho action here. It says success, but I think I'm pretty sure, yeah, Psycho. I have the first one on the Neo Geo, and this game is pretty much the same thing, just different ships and different music, but can't really go wrong with Psycho shooters either. And this thing that you've been seeing throughout the video, finally picked one of these up. It's a JAMA Supergun. It's called the Sigma Raijin. I think it's made with all Famitsu parts. This one, the buttons have been modified. Has this cool artwork here in the middle. You could see a crtcade. He made a pretty good video showing the different features and things you could do with a Supergun. Right here is the JAMA board, and I bought this cart right here. It's hooked up, you can see, with VGA, and it's a 310 in one cart, so you get 310 games. I got it for like $90, I think, and they're not arcade programs. Some of the games are pretty playable, some not so much, but let's see if I can show you a quick demonstration of how this thing works. I have it hooked up to a NEC multisync, just VGA LCD. There you go, it's booting up. Try to get a better view of this. Alright, so you see here it just has the list of games. You got a lot of Neo Geo games. All these fighting games here. Got the Metal Slug games. Last Blade, SNK versus Capcom. A lot of good beat 'em ups, Final Fight, Knights of the Round. Classic games, 2 Dungeons and Dragons games, which I've wanted for the Sega Saturn for a long time, but got them now, and they actually run really well. A lot of the CPS2 games run near perfect. Let's see what else we got here. A lot of different Street Fighter clones, different hacks. Has a lot of good shoot 'em ups. You got Mars Matrix, Giga Wing, Pro Gear, Eco Fighters, UN Squadron. So many good games on here, so it's a really good value. Twinkle Star Sprite's another great game for the Saturn and the Neo Geo. And it's got Dodonpachi, Esprade, Guange, I don't know how you say that one, Dangun Fever on. So as you can see, there's a lot of really awesome games here. Good way to start out to decide what PCBs or you want to buy. Just show you a quick demo. You can hit the add coin button here to add coins, and then you just start it up. Some games take longer than others to load. Not too bad though. The longest ones maybe take 15 seconds, 15 or 20 seconds. And this is really cool if you're not into MAME so much and messing with the settings and just want to have an arcade board and just play games on your TV. And there's a lot of different options to choose if you're looking for a multi-card. Turn up the volume a little bit. You could also adjust the volume from the actual card as well.
Okay, the countdown begins. 3, 2, 1, go.
Playing with one hand here, just to show you how it works. So, hope you guys enjoyed the video, and shout outs again to Ori. I'll put a link to his channel down below, and see you guys next time.